Ooh, this is something I recognize. So this is a version of Nomad, of course, Nomad, a map where you do not start with town centers, that I had a lot of input in. This is Wandering Warriors Nomad from January. And if you've seen any other Nomad uploads or any other Nomad casts, you probably will notice that there is a lot more water on this map. But the way the water's shaped is also very different as well. This to me was very important because I felt as that maybe standard Nomad can sometimes just be a fight for water. And so we will surely have a fight for water in this game, don't get me wrong. But I think what will make this even more exciting is that we've got like more choke points to work with, more areas to hide your fish, and overall should be seeing more shifting onto land. Belgium and Yo taunting each other here in this game. The previous game was freaking epic. We've got Belgium, the Nomad expert, up against Yo right now, and he's playing as the Bohemians. He's dropped his TC right in the midst of two wood lines, which is actually perfect. That wood is going to be needed so he can add fish over here. And then in the blue, we've got Yo, who didn't actually dock right away. So his start's going to be a bit different than what you would normally see, but he runs over here to dock now. And so they'll actually be docking very close together. And they both will actually not have a lot of fish. It's true. It does kind of look like pants. It's a horseshoe map. Or, I don't know. It could be a million other things, I guess. Wrinkled pants. Yeah. Wrinkled pants. So, let me think about things. So, Portuguese. This is a civilization much like Turks, which we saw from Yo the previous game. That we've just seen a lot of all-inning with fast castles and organ guns. I don't see a reason why you shouldn't try that here. The Bohemians, though, they could do the same with their own wagon. Or maybe Bohemians could go into monks or something. This is Belgium's point of view. He has no indicators as to where Yo is. And this is Yo's point of view. And they are very far apart, so I doubt it's going to be easy for them to locate each other. However, Yo has located Yo's dock. And I believe that is what these taunts were. I think it happened around 2 minutes. And I think Belgium was acknowledging that Yo knows exactly where that dock is. So not only does Yo know where the dock is, but Yo also has a dock on the other side of it. And he also realizes this is landlocked. This is a dream scenario for Yo in terms of the water control. Of course, it is possible for Belgium to maybe sail these fish away somewhere, but still, you block this off pretty easily. You guys see a claw? I mean, kind of. Kind of. But that's not the first thing that came to mind for me. Okay, we'll chill out. We'll see what happens. We still have to wait. This probably won't be quite as messy as some of the other games we've seen on Nomad, where the players are starting next to each other. I, of course, am quite biased. And I'm not going to pretend this is the perfect Nomad generation ever. But I believe we're close to perfection with this version of Nomad. The amount of variety it adds to the game is what Nomad used to be. The ranked version of Nomad is, in my opinion, way too predictable, and it tends to lead to the same type of games. Now, I'm a guy who likes to play a lot of Arabia and a lot of like other land maps, and sometimes those can lead to the same type of games, and I like that for maps like that. Now, it's very different. We won't get into that. But the true spirit of Nomad is that you shouldn't have the same type of map gen every time. You shouldn't always know what to expect. I believe you can have fairness, but also have more randomness. And that's what we'll have here, I think. There's no crossing here. Sometimes there can be a crossing that will generate. Yo is bringing in one of many boars that Yo has brought in so far. And Belgium, let's look at his scouting around his base. He actually doesn't see a gold, which is going to be tough. And really unfortunate, of course. Sees some berries. Sees a stone. Sees a stone. Sees deer, berries. Okay. So, I mean, Belgium's okay as long as Belgium finds a gold. Oh, my God. A plasma rifle. Yo, that's funny. I mean, I can kind of see it. I don't know how your brain went there. You probably play more Halo than I do these days. But, by the way, has anyone been playing the new Halo? And from what I've heard, is it still basically a beta? So what I've seen on Reddit is that the new Halo lacks a lot of features. And I did actually play the new one a bit. I got tired of it very quickly. I enjoyed the campaigns, but I can't, like... I already do so much competitive AoE2, and I already do so much gaming. Like, I just cannot, after 50 hours a week of focusing on, like, getting all my content right and gaming, to then go and play, like, a really competitive game these days. So the competitive aspect sucked for me, because I'm probably dying to a bunch of 12-year-olds. But have not played it since the beta. The canceled co-op campaign. I played a week and was bored. Okay, gotcha. I might, if I have time, play the campaigns, though. I think the campaigns, at least from what I played, was fun. All right, I was just... someone said plasma rifle, so it had me thinking about it. Halo is one of my favorite video games of all time. But I haven't really been one who's followed the franchise. I played a lot of Halo 1 and Halo 2. And I'll just go back and play those things all the time. Shocker! Player who's been playing Age of Empires for like a decade and doesn't like new games, doesn't like the new Halos. Wow, Belgium added a ton of fish. Like, way more fish than you would expect. And he's going to add a second dock. It's Belgium dock, Yo dock, Belgium dock, Yo dock. So every other dock is what we see here on this side. But again, Yo, he's going to go galleys here. And galleys in close quarters is normally not the way. He has not gone to stone, interestingly enough. But he does know there is stone around. So that could always be something he does later on. Or Belgium. Belgium is probably expecting to have to be competitive on water. But is maybe expecting these fishing ships will not make it out alive. So we have a barracks for Belgium as he will maybe look to get some archers out to stop the eventual castle from the Portuguese. Yeah, I'm a big nostalgia guy. So I have some very fond memories of playing Halo 1 and Halo 2 on my 22-inch TV in my bedroom growing up. So much fun. Well, the thing about galleys is they will kill fishing ships faster. But the thing about galleys is that they do not easily win in low numbers against fires. So now Yo's in this awkward position where, like... Oh, God, he could get his fish boomed, actually. His fish... Oh, Belgium! Okay, Belgium's like, okay, you better not work, or you're going to die. There you go. He kills one. Good awareness from Yo, though, because that could have been a problem for him. Yeah, maybe Yo wasn't expecting Belgium to be this competitive on water. I like how Project Belgium is still doing something to delay, you know, but at this point he's about to run out of fish anyway, so he should be okay to focus just on land. And look at Yo. Okay, so I think Yo senses something that's up here. He's like, okay, this guy, he's probably going to give up on water because he's trying to demo my fish. So let's stop him from doing whatever he wants on land. He actually scouted this house with a goat, guys. One of the goats was goat scouting. And now Yo is trying to stonewall this. This is Belgium's point of view. I think he also was scouting with some goats. And he noticed that there was something over here because he lost his sheep or his goat. But what he doesn't see is that there's walls here. And there go the fishing ships. Fishing ships are going to run away. They're just going to take as much fish as possible. Like, fine, if I can't have it, you can't have it. And they'll pick up some fish and then they'll die with it. Castlage time should be similar. But, oh, God, Yo, if you're going to wall, you have to wall, my friend. You really have to commit to this. Belgium is probably thinking there's going to be walls now. He's going to send the archers out because... And he's probably click this villager here and click these archers here. They're going to try and meet up. And now he's found that there's a hole there with the sheep. I think Yo's strategy to stonewall's good. But you have to finish it. Like, he's going to try and stop this. Now, remember, he doesn't know that there are going to be archers. He's just trying to trap this vill. But that will be unsuccessful. And, I mean, he might trap the vill, excuse me, but these walls will not complete. Now we might see Yo have to change his strategy entirely. Keep in mind, Yo lost all of his fishing ships. Belgium was able to kill them. which is huge. Because you could argue that, well, no, it's not even an argument. It's a fact. Mr. Yo has invested a lot more into water, and now there's no reward. Now we have the stone walls here from Yo, and I think Yo will have to change his strategy back to what he was originally going to try and go for. I think he's going to have to go into a castle, and there he goes with the villagers to the stone now. Great job from him, though. Obviously messy, I think, to allow this in the first place. And he'll be upset that he lost his fishing ships. But I really like the decision to just scramble the villagers over here and get the stone walls down. Yeah, unfortunately did not show that the fishing ships were killed, but I'm going to assume that was Project Belgium with a demo. And Yo now is going to add more fish over here. Which is good, because he needs some food income. He's going to have almost everything on the other resources right now. He's got 29 vills. And of that, he's got like 2 or 3 of them on food. I don't even know where they are, honestly. It says he's got 4 on food. That must be fish? Or a dock villager? Yeah, the dock villager. Wow, Belgium. He's in a position where he's assuming that Yo thinks he's fine on water now, right? Like, he's like, aha! He's taking out my dock, but he's not fully committing to it. He might be expanding with fishing ships, so let me deal with that. So he's going to drop 2 docks. However, Yo will scout that. And these guys are so good. I'm so impressed with how consistent these guys are on a map that's so different from others. So now Yo will have to add fire galleys, in theory, or bring his fire galleys around home eventually. Again, Yo wants a castle, and he wants those organ guns. For Belgium, he actually sold stone, guys. He sold 100, so he could only build 1 TC. And Belgium is thinking there's a chance that he could maybe transport across here. Because from his perspective, he doesn't see any navy from Yo. And he has archers that can't get through a stone wall. Okay, war galleys coming in for Belgium. We have to assume that is coming in. Oh, God, he's using this dock. I think he's trying to use the other 2 docks for production. And he's hoping that he could get away with this. He's not going to get away with this. And he cancels it. And now he's going to queue it up now. So that takes him a bit of time. And now Yo is already here with fire galleys. Okay, we've got a monastery. Man, I'm a little disappointed we didn't see an instant siege workshop from Belgium. Now, he doesn't know this, but a siege tower could have won him the game. Siege workshop, siege tower over the walls. Yo doesn't have a castle yet. Can you imagine if Yo was dropping his castle and then crossbows came in? I think at this point, Belgium's going to be feeling up against it because Belgium knows there's going to be some fish out there for Yo somewhere. They also can't do any damage. We've got 4, about to be 7 fires. We've got what will soon be 3 in that dock, and there's only 1 in this dock. So unless the demos really land here, I think Belgium will lose his water control. Oh my God, Yo. It's a crazy castle. Fletching has just now come in for Belgium, though. So he made the army, but he hasn't really been able to commit to it. And there's the demo. A good strategy there is to pop out with a fire first, so their fires group up around you, and then pop out with the demos. But it doesn't look like this is going to work out for Belgium. But he does sneak the transport out. Does Yo see this? It's actually still somewhat competitive here. Oh my God. Oh my God. What direction is he going to go? What direction is he going to go? Go, 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 go. It's at 80%. Oh, man. You're kidding me. He sees it, and I think he realizes it's about to go up. Now, Yo's castle will go up, and he will notice this. And now he needs to defend himself. I think he can defend against 5 crossbows, though, with a couple organ guns. It's about to be 9 crossbows, though. Yeah, demo lands. Docks will go down. Yo can focus on more fishing ships, and you can see he's doing it. Look, he's at 5 already. A lot more popping out, so that's his food eco for now. Great all-around play here. It looks like this series is going to go the distance. It is scheduled to be a play all 7. So the games are going to be played regardless, but I would say Yo has the lead right now. Obviously, we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the game. as anything can always happen on Nomad. Crossbows here on these two villagers. They're missing their shots, and Yo's bringing the organ guns back. He's got just enough to be able to defend. But Belgium's being sneaky, too. Belgium's like, is he on that stone? And Yo was just hoping he would never come over here, and now Yo has to run away. Still, same problem exists, though, for Belgium. And that problem is you don't have fishing ships, and your opponent does. And you cannot cross over these walls. It's a big, big issue. It's like, you can't transport anymore either. And even this gold is being hit at the moment. And actually, that's a big loss here for Belgium, because he doesn't have... Oh, God, he can't take, like, any gold. If the Navy denies that, he's only going to have stone that's easily accessible. I mean, the second Yo sees this, Yo's going to send army over there. Crossbow's still being annoying. I think Yo just needs to chill out and get some organ guns to the proper spots here. He's been a bit rattled, I think, because he's trying to do other things as well. And there's a TC for Yo. Yeah, Yo has so much more land locked down, and he's got a big fish boom. This is problematic for Belgium. Belgium knows it. So Belgium's going to drop docks now. Belgium is going to try and come back on water. And he's also going to mix in some siege. I like the monk edition, too. I feel like the monks... well, first off, getting fervor and sanctity benefits your villagers if you are the Bohemians, so that's a good reason to mix in, like, the monasteries in the first place. But a great way to catch up on water is maybe convert some of those ships. Did the crossbows die? I think they did, yes. That's probably why Yo was distracted with his navy there. Actually really annoying that he has to make fire ships to deal with galleys that he just donated to the enemy. But as long as he's paying attention, he should be able to notice that, and he does. Okay, important moment in this game. The organ guns are going to walk around here and come right through the middle. Will Project Belgium be able to deal with this? I'm currently leaning towards no, because he wants to drop a castle here. Oh, God. And he doesn't have redemption. You need redemption to convert organs. That is not going to happen. Now, the siege could help. He's going to have more than just that, though. And, oh, boy. These organs are going to be singing a sad song to Project Belgium. Villagers counter organ guns. Let's go. Siege on the organ gun. Repair villagers. Let's go. Let's go. Drop the castle. Belgium. Never a doubt. Boom. Okay, misses. Sad times. Rocks against organs. Okay. The gun wins. The rocks are not looking too hot right now. Now I'd love to see Yo drop a castle. I mean, Yo's just booming. That's the thing. Yo's economy is just free booming. He figures the only way he loses this game is if an all-in or a fast imp would really be up against him. That's not happening. Organ guns are an awkward unit to counter. It's like any gunpowder unique unit. Can be very strong when massed. They're just a bit more vulnerable to siege than conquistadors or janissaries would be. Am I missing a gunpowder unique unit? Oh, I guess technically the Hussite wagons that the Bohemians have is a gunpowder unique unit. Yoza wouldn't even be considered a fast imp at this point because he has invested heavily into his economy. So this is going to be a position where he can fight the rest of the game. And that's even before we talk about the potential for the Faitoria. Yo has scouted this gold, but I don't think he's ever going to expect that Belgium's there. I don't want to say unfortunate for Belgium, but the gold position certainly didn't help him come back in this game. Obviously, he is on this gold right now. Could have dropped the castle there. Maybe changed the game with that. But there we have Yo on the way imp our base, like you said. And, I mean, I think what Yo needs to complete this game is a castle on this hill. Because this cannot be contested right now. So just dropping a castle on this hill you can push with siege would probably be enough. Feels like it also could be a GG before imp scenario or even a GG upon seeing the opponents in imp scenario. Because everything's looking good for Yo right now. Project Belgium doesn't see what we see, of course. So he doesn't know how good that economy is. Overall, good game. I think Belgium needed to have more success with those archers, though. Like, killed one villager and maybe could have been more aggressive there. But another game where the player who tries to demo the other's fish doesn't necessarily benefit. And sanctity on villagers isn't going to be all that helpful here, I guess. When you're up against organ guns that still have 16 attack. Now again, we're going to have chemistry for Yo. So he's thinking about bombard cannons. Could also add a Fatoria or two. I know Yo loves his Fatorias. I don't think you need to mass the Fatorias because you already are going to have a big lead with economy. But certainly one of them, I think, feels reasonable. Yeah, there is a university for Belgium, and he's getting chemistry now. So he will be able to have chemistry before his opponent does. So his play is probably going to be monks and bombard cannons as he's getting redemption now. And that will allow him to convert the organ guns. But yeah, again, Bohemians researching chemistry in age earlier is a big deal here. This is his only way back into the game. He's just getting to the cannons a bit faster. But there's still going to be Trebs out. And you can't easily contest the front. Yeah, nice quote. Nice quote, bite-sized. He's smushed in here, Project Belgium. But he has the mining upgrades. They're free with his civilization. And he's been able to get away with this gold. If Belgium brings this back, it's because he's on this gold. Any Fatorias for Yo? No, he feels like he's fine without one. At least I think so. It'd be funny if he thought he was so far ahead, he'd Fatoria drop the opponent. That might be flexing a little too much. Look at these monks go. This is before block printing is in. Heresy now for Yo. That's 1,000 gold. And that means any unit that is converted will die, but it's not completed yet. So a few of these organs are being converted. They're obviously going to die anyways. Okay, we now have Arquebus, which means the gunpowder is affected by ballistics. All very expensive upgrades. But also all upgrades that I like to see here. I don't know, man. Like, I think Belgium has a small chance because this castle's going to go down. And this trebuchet could maybe get trebbed or sniped, I guess, by the bombard cannon. Like, this will complete and then instantly it's gone. Yeah. Another castle now for Belgium. Who again has bombard cannons. And now Yo's going to do the same. Monks are going for the organs. Bombard cannons going for the trebs. Belgium's doing everything he can. He doesn't want to give it up right now. He's so far behind economically. The push just seems continuous from Yo, though. Yo does lose a couple of his trebuchets. He needs to take out the cannons right now. Takes out the cannons, he pretty much wins the game. Oh! Almost loses one there. There's Arquebus for you. Nice little snipe. Castle down for Belgium. And the villagers have heard that this is probably the end for them. And they would like to revolt. It was a good attempt here from Belgium. I think that he could have justified resigning 10 to 20 minutes ago. But Monk Bombard Cannon is maybe your only way back into the game. He unfortunately is going to have to call it now, though, because all of his trebs will go down. But what a series. Back and forth, back and forth. Score 2-2 now. And, you know, again, I think Yo getting his walls down was really smart thinking. Able to... His ability to control the water and add fish in this game was, I think, what made the difference. And remember, Belgium had archers. And he didn't even have fletching until Castle Age. And it felt like investing into 2 ranges and making all that army and not being able to do anything with it was the difference maker there. Or maybe instead of trying to come... Honestly, instead of trying to come back on water when you've already lost it, I think the correct play is at a siege workshop and either try and break down the walls or siege tower your army over the walls. You're behind on water already. Focus on land is probably the best outlook there. But again, it's easy for us to say. And we don't know how that would have worked either. Yo, surprisingly, only with 6,000 more resources collected. I thought it would be way more in that game, but yeah, he dominated.